You are not defined by someone else's words or judgments. When someone tells you you're the problem, it can sting deeply, but it's important to remember that such statements often reflect their perspective, not the full truth. Life is complex, and relationships, challenges, and situations are rarely black and white. You are more than a single moment, a single conflict, or someone else's view of you. You are a dynamic, evolving person capable of immense growth and transformation. When you hear those words, pause and breathe. Understand that everyone sees the world through their own lens, shaped by their experiences, biases, and emotions. Often, when people assign blame, it's a way to deflect from their own pain or insecurities. That doesn't mean their feelings or perspectives should be dismissed outright, but it also doesn't mean you have to accept their words as an absolute truth. Reflect on what has been said, but don't let it define you. Growth begins with self-awareness. Take this moment as an opportunity to look inward, not as a form of punishment or guilt, but as an act of empowerment. Ask yourself, is there any truth to their words? If so, what can I learn from this? How can I use this feedback to grow and become a better version of myself? If their words feel unfair or unjustified, remind yourself that not all criticism is constructive. You are not obligated to carry the weight of someone else's misdirected emotions or judgments. It's important to recognize that nobody is perfect. Everyone has moments of weakness, times when they've made mistakes, or situations where they've fallen short. This is a universal truth. What separates people isn't whether or not they've faced challenges or made errors, it's how they respond to those moments. Will you let these words break you, or will you use them as a stepping stone to rise stronger and more resilient? The choice is yours. Remember, you are not alone in your struggles. Many of the world's greatest achievers, thinkers, and leaders have faced moments when they were told they were the problem. They were doubted, criticized, and misunderstood. But they didn't let those words become the end of their story. Instead, they turned them into fuel for their fire, using the criticism as motivation to prove, not to others, but to themselves, that they were capable of greatness. You can do the same. Take a moment to envision your ideal self, the person you want to become. What values does this version of you embody? How do they respond to challenges? How do they treat themselves and others? Hold that vision close and let it guide you. Every day is a chance to move closer to that version of yourself. It doesn't happen all at once, and it doesn't require perfection. Progress is made in small, consistent steps. Celebrate those steps, no matter how small they may seem. Criticism can feel like a storm, but storms pass. After the rain, the sun shines again, and the air feels fresher. Think of this moment as a storm in your life. It may feel overwhelming now, but it will pass. What matters is how you weather it. Stand firm, grounded in your self-worth and potential. Let the rain wash away self-doubt and fear, leaving behind clarity and determination. In these moments, it's crucial to surround yourself with positivity. Seek out people who lift you up, who see the best in you even when you can't see it yourself. Lean on friends, family, mentors, or anyone who reminds you of your strength and worth. At the same time, be mindful of your inner dialogue. Speak to yourself with kindness and compassion as you would to a dear friend. Replace self-criticism with self-encouragement. You are your own greatest ally. Use this experience as a lesson. Every challenge, every criticism, and every setback holds the potential for growth. Life is a journey, and each obstacle is a part of the path. Instead of fearing these moments, embrace them as opportunities to learn more about yourself and the world around you. With each lesson, you become stronger, wiser, and more capable. You are not the problem, you are the solution. You have within you the power to overcome, to grow, and to transform. No matter what anyone says, your worth is inherent. You are deserving of love, respect, and kindness, starting with how you treat yourself. When you believe in your own value, the opinions of others hold less power over you. You become unstoppable, not because you are perfect, but because you are resilient. So, stand tall, face this moment with courage and determination. Let these words be the spark that ignites your inner strength. You are not here to be defined by others. You are here to define yourself. And the story you write will be one of triumph, growth, and unshakable self-belief. You are a force of nature, capable of so much more than you can even begin to imagine right now. The human spirit is boundless, and within you lies the potential to rise above anything that comes your way. When someone tells you that you're the problem, it's not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a transformation. Think of this as a moment of reckoning, a chance to reflect, to grow, and to ultimately prove to yourself how strong you are. You do not have to accept someone else's view as the final word on who you are or what you're capable of. In life, we often encounter criticism. Some of it will be fair, offering us insights into areas where we can improve. Other times, it will be unjust, shaped by someone else's misunderstandings, biases, or even their own pain. The key is to discern which is which. Take every word you hear and filter it through your inner wisdom. Ask yourself, is this criticism a reflection of something I can change and improve upon? Or is it something I need to let go of because it does not truly define me? By asking these questions, you shift the narrative from blame to growth. It's natural to feel defensive when confronted with harsh words, but defensiveness doesn't serve you. It only builds walls between you and the opportunity to grow. Instead, approach these situations with curiosity. If there is truth in the criticism, embrace it, not as a condemnation, but as a gift, a chance to refine yourself. Growth is not about being perfect. It's about being willing to learn. Every time you learn from a challenge, you take a step forward on your journey of becoming. You are not the sum of your mistakes. Mistakes are simply stepping stones toward wisdom and experience. Think about all the people you admire, whether they are leaders, artists, innovators, or everyday heroes. They have all made mistakes, sometimes massive ones. What sets them apart is not their avoidance of failure, but their ability to rise again and use those failures as fuel for their success. If they can do it, so can you. You are no different. You have the same power within you to turn every setback into a comeback. Resilience is your greatest ally. Life will throw challenges your way. That is inevitable. But you have already overcome so much to be where you are today. Think back to other times when you faced adversity. You may have doubted yourself then too, but you made it through. Each of those moments has shaped you, has added to your strength, and has brought you to this point. You are not starting from scratch. You are starting from experience. Let that knowledge empower you. When someone tells you that you're the problem, it can feel isolating. But know this, you are never truly alone. There are others who have walked similar paths, who have faced criticism, blame, and doubt. They too have felt the weight of those words, and yet they found a way to rise. Draw inspiration from their stories. Remind yourself that if they can overcome, so can you. And remember that there are people in your life who believe in you, even if they don't always say it aloud. Lean on their support when you need it. One of the most empowering things you can do in moments like these is to take ownership of your narrative. You have the power to define who you are and what you stand for. Do not let someone else's opinion dictate your story. Instead, use this moment as fuel to become the person you want to be. Visualize that version of yourself. See them clearly, confident, resilient, kind, and strong. Then take one small step each day to move closer to that vision. Over time, those small steps will add up to monumental change. Growth is not linear, and that's okay. Some days will feel like progress, and others will feel like you're standing still or even moving backward. But remember, healing and growth take time. Be patient with yourself. Speak to yourself with kindness. You would never criticize a friend for struggling. Treat yourself with that same compassion. Self-love is not about ignoring your flaws. It's about accepting yourself fully while working to become the best version of who you are. When someone labels you as the problem, it's easy to internalize those words and let them shape your self-perception. But you must resist that urge. You are not defined by a single moment, a single mistake, or a single opinion. You are a complex, multifaceted person full of potential, creativity, and love. Focus on what makes you unique and on the gifts you bring to the world. No one else has your combination of experiences, talents, and perspectives. You are irreplaceable. Use this moment to build something beautiful. Let the challenges you face become the foundation upon which you construct a life of purpose and meaning. Turn your pain into empathy, your struggles into strength, and your doubt into determination. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure, and so are you. Every difficulty you face has the potential to shape you into someone even more extraordinary than you already are. You have the power to rewrite the narrative. Instead of seeing yourself as the problem, see yourself as the solution. Approach life with a mindset of growth, learning, and self-discovery. Embrace the journey, knowing that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you are meant to become. Believe in yourself, even when it feels hard. Trust that you are capable of greatness because you are. You are not the problem. You are the light, the strength, and the hope that this